right. I lost them. I don't do this that often. How often do you do
Resume or
yeah, how often do you do interviews and stuff like that?
occasionally whenever people ask, but not really. Try to keep it very quiet to myself.
Right. Yeah, you're always
Yeah.
all right. All right, let me check YouTube real quick.
Yeah, this just all made me remind me that I actually have to book my flight and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And have you checked out the rooms yet?
Yeah, I think they're still available, so
Yeah, I think yeah, they should be.
remind me that I actually have to book my flight and stuff
All
like
right,
that.
so we are live. Oh, really?
Yeah. Perfect.
And all right, but the only I lost the my Zoom screen. All I have is the thumbnail,
Was that right?
which is weird. I don't know what I did there. So now I can't like control anything here. Oh, wait. Let me oh, there we go. There. We're gonna do one.
Also for the admission fee,
Uh-huh.
is that going to be when I get there? And the
Don't
pay
worry about any of that. You won't have to, you're an athlete, so you don't have to pay to get into the expo or anything. That all comes with your
Okay.
registration for the All American.
Okay.
Are you
So
bringing family and stuff though? Because they will have to.
no, unfortunately, just me. So it's just gonna be a quick weekend in and out here.
Right. Are you coming in Saturday, staying Saturday night and leaving Sunday?
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
that's what I'm planning on.
Okay.
So the information is gonna be sent out later on, or
So I just gave Amber your your information. If you want to shoot me your email,
okay.
that way she can put you on the list because I just gave her your name and told her you were going to be doing a pentathlon flight.
Yep.
So yeah, if you want to shoot me your email, and that way I can get that over to her, and we will so you'll get put in the pro kettlebell system, and then all
Okay.
the live updates that get sent out, you'll be a part of that.
All right. Sweet.
All right, so I'm gonna hit record.
Okay.
All right. What's up? So everybody, I got Kevin Duong here. He is the current IKMF World Champion for the Pentathlon event.
Yep.
Uh, what's up? What's up, Kevin?
What's going on? How's everything?
Everything's good, man. Dude, I was super excited when you reached out and was like, "Hey, I'm just want to see if you have maybe a spot available." And I was like, yes, I'll make a spot."
No, I appreciate it. I mean, I've always been bi-curious with all the events that you've been hosting or trying to co-host with all the other organizations, but
Right.
it just so happened that this year everything kind of linked up perfectly, so
Yeah,
able to attend here.
that's awesome. I don't know what's going on here with the, I'm trying to get the view to where it's both of us and not just me. Right now it's just showing me.
Yeah. If you go to the top right, I see
Uh-huh.
it and then click
You.
view. Yeah.
I see. There we go.
Then it'll change the box up.
There we go. I got it. We're there.
Perfect.
So, um, I have some questions and stuff that I'd like to ask, man.
All right.
And please, if I'm trying to get too personal with like
Right.
training methodology or anything like that, you can just say, "Hey, man, hold up. These are secrets."
Yeah.
But
Okay.
first, give us a little bit about yourself. When did you start kettlebell sport? Uh,
Yep.
did you did you start in the classic kettlebell sport, and then kind of when did you discover pentathlon? Kind
Okay.
give me a little bit about your journey up to this point.
Yeah. So, giving a little like fast relapse. It all started with graduating college with exercise sports and science degree. Got into the industry, and within my first second company that I worked for, it started off at Mike Bowles Strength and Conditioning. So I learned a little bit of functional training there, used that background to my knowledge. And then the next company that I worked for was at the training room in Boston.
Oh, nice.
And at the time, one of the things for it was almost like a prereq, which is they were very kettlebell heavy. So
Hmm.
one of the first certifications that I've actually learned was from Strong First, and that was SFG level 1 and 2.
Hmm.
So I went down that rabbit hole of learning all that there is when it comes to kettlebells. And so I've learned from the hard style first.
Hmm.
Then when I thought I knew it all, I did a little bit more research and come to find out there's a whole different aspect to this. And lo and behold, I came upon GS. So when it comes to competing, this is probably my third, if not my fourth year in, but
Hmm.
it was all due to curiosity from watching my coach,
Hmm.
Finbar from Ireland.
Big
And
inspiration.
yeah, so I mean, he's doing his thing currently now, and I was very curious to see why, and not only why, but what was the difference between them two? Because as a coach, I always say that you got to learn the ins and out of what you're planning on teaching to your students or even anybody that's kind of curious. So I dove into the deep end and come to find out I could compete and travel, and it was just all through firsthand experience.
Nice. So when did you start work? So give me some
Mhm.
time frames like far as years go. So three or 4 years in the sport. When
Yep.
what was the year that you started like with SF and all that stuff?
So 2000 and graduated 2016 from college. So 2018 was when I first started to learn about kettlebells.
Hmm.
2019 was when I went to Ireland
Oh,
with
nice.
Phil Scorado, who was teaching SFG level 1. So I got certified there. Then I continued on with the practice for, I mean, for the longest time. And once COVID happened, which is 2019 to 2020, that tail end, that's when
Hmm.
I really dove in and I wanted to kind of test that limits or test the GS
Hmm.
uh, techniques. And I wanted to just honestly learn more about kettlebells because I thought I knew it all, but I clearly didn't. And when
Right.
I found out about this through my coach, I was just like baffled that this
Yeah.
was even a thing.
Yeah.
And as a former athlete throughout my life, it was something to work towards, and it was cool that you can always better yourself with every rep and every competition is just you against yourself. But it comes back to all your methods and all the training that you've done
Hmm.
that brought you there. So I loved it.
Nice. So
Yep.
also you and I took Steve Cotter's level two for
Yep.
IKFF together.
Yep.
You had already passed the test though.
Yeah.
Passed the test and then did the course, right? Am I right?
Yeah, so when I was looking at the prerequisite or the requirement in order to pass, I
Hmm.
actually did some variation of that. but it was cool to kind of see what Steve's intel was because clearly he had a lot of knowledge
Oh yeah.
first off, and the experience, you can't even, question that at all. But when putting myself onto, my platform in the gym and just doing his requisite, it to me, with all the experience and with the endurance that I've built over the years leading into that certification, I'm not trying to say it was hard, but it wasn't that challenging to my level at least.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I thought that was super cool, man. Because even Steve was like, we have, he introduced you as who you were, who you are, and
Yeah.
he's like, he's already kind of passed the test, and we were all like, just we were like, wow, that's awesome. This dude is cool.
I mean, I didn't even know he even said that, to be quite honest. I was just kind of zoned into like the
Yeah.
learning.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I appreciate him for even noticing that.
Yeah. Uh, so as far as like the pentathlon goes and how you've been competing and how many competitions have you done stateside and how many have you actually traveled to? What's up, son?
So
Want to say
it's
hi real quick?
what's up?
His name's Kevin.
What was that?
He's just mumbling,
Oh,
mumbling, jumbling. Head on in the house. Let me do this interview, buddy. This is my boy. His name's Grayson. He's free.
Grayson, what's up?
Yeah. He's gonna be a kettlebeller.
Oh,
He's gonna be a kettle fella.
let's go.
When I'm out here lifting, he'll come out and do some swings and some deadlifts and stuff, little stuff. We got uh Moses Dunca's kettlebell for kids. We got him one out here.
Oh, is that right? So he's working with it?
Oh yeah.
He's picking it up right now.
Yeah, he's about to grab it. All right, let's put his back. Head on in the house for me. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna work out in a little bit right now, but no. Sorry about that, bro.
Oh no, it's all good.
He's my boy, man. Uh, so yeah, back to kind of like stateside, abroad. How did all that go?
Yeah, so I love traveling, right?
Mhm.
Meeting new people, exploring different environments, and just kind of being out there. I've I've actually traveled to compete more international than I actually competed in state.
Really?
Yeah, so
Is
even though
that because stateside, they haven't really offered pentathlon that much, or
no,
what?
no, not really. I mean, Pentathlon itself, I believe IKMF has the rights to it,
Mhm.
from what I remember. So there's only a few events. No, there's only a few world champion that has been hosted. From what I remember, I don't know when the last time the US actually hosted, but that's actually going to be coming up in
Oh yeah,
2026.
2026.
Yeah, so next year for part one. But needless to say, I actually travel more overseas, and
Mhm.
I've been within the years of competing in the pentathlon. I actually travel to London a lot more because I compete in the UK Open Championship over there
Mhm.
as a nice like feel out or like a shakeout session or just a feel out because the worlds usually fall around November and I usually travel over there around July, August. So
Mhm.
that's a nice break in between the year of just having milestones to accomplish
Right.
in preparation for worlds. So long story short, I actually travel more overseas than here to compete.
Awesome. And how many times have you been to the World Championships now? And talk about that journey. What I know you're the champ, current reigning champ, but where
Yep.
did it start? And tell me some of the hurdles that you had to jump, some of
Mm.
the some of the competitors that really gave you a run for your money,
Yep.
and how you got the gold.
So I've been doing this for 3 years, and each year I was very fortunate to be placed top three.
Hmm.
I started off place second to my friend Gareth, and Gareth Malloy from Ireland. But
Hmm.
when I first got in there, I was weighing in at 200 pounds, and that's well above 85 kilo. So I was closing in on like 100 kilo because the weight class is, I believe it's like 65 to 75 kg, 75 to 85 kg, and then 85 kg plus.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on the plus side.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first started, I'm sorry, I was actually in France and I was by myself. I didn't know anything and I was very new to the sport and I placed third there. So it was a humbling experience because my total score was like candidate of master sports or CMS,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like maybe 17, 1800 total score.
Mm-hmm.
Following year, that's when I came in second, and that was in, I believe it was in Hungary
Mm-hmm.
or Budapest. But needless to say, that was the second place. And that's when I realized that if I'm in the 85 kg, I can either go beyond that and
Mm-hmm.
just push the limits with my weight, or I can drop down to the weight class. So I decided to compete in the 75, 65 to 75, no, sorry, 75 to 85 kilo.
Mm-hmm.
So when I compete, I'm actually sitting at 85 kg, but right now I'm at like maybe 87 to 88 kg.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first dropped down into that weight class, I've in well, to backtrack, every weight class has all different athletes, and
Mm-hmm.
they're incredible athletes to begin with. And what's cool about the pentathlon is that it's you against yourself, but you can see the progression if you stick with it, just like anything. So year
Mm-hmm.
after year, that total score just keeps changing. And now that I'm using a heavier weight, building strength along with endurance, and I drop down a weight class, I can kind of push that boundary even more.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went into that weight class, I came in second to Eduardo, and is in Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
and he beat me by like I think it was 100 points.
Wow.
But needless to say, fast forward, that was like a year or two years later, the total score went from like 1780 to then like 2000 and some change.
Mm-hmm.
So then last year, when I competed in that same weight class, I came in first with a total score of like 2185.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, now I'm on track to be breaking whatever record that is placed in this weight class.
Right. So what is
So,
the record? Do you know? It's because right
yeah.
now you're hitting over. I believe in November you did a full set,
Yep.
a full pent, and you hit like what 2280.
Yeah. I think it was like 2265, if not 2285. I feel like that number is right around there.
Yeah.
When
So
I
what's the current world record?
When I checked, it was actually from Eduardo,
Okay.
who beat me 2 years ago, and that number was like 2295.
Nice.
But I'm on track to shatter that, and I'm hoping to break 2360.
Wow.
Yeah, so I did a 5 minute pent the other day, and that number gave me, I believe it was very close to that record already.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible, man.
Yep. So just chipping away at it and just kind of staying incognito, you
Yeah,
know?
I hear that. Yeah, you don't post a whole lot on
Yep.
social media. Uh,
No, I tried to. I did for a little bit, but come to find out, I mean, as you know, it's just like a full-time job.
right.
And with the newborn that I have, I actually spend more time with him. So
Yeah,
it was
of
just
course.
being very efficient with my time, just go to work, get my
Yeah.
stuff done, right? Help with all the people that I work with,
Mhm.
along with just training as much as I can, and then boom, shut it down, hang out with Caden.
So full time, you are a strength and conditioning coach, even
Yep,
outside of kettlebell.
correct. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
So I have my business and it's called Beyond Strength and Conditioning. I help with all the members there.
and you
And then,
do online training, in-person training.
yep. So both. So there's a little bit of hybrid in between there.
Nice. So let everybody know if they wanted to work with you, where can they find you?
Yeah,
Obviously,
so
see that.
you can go onto the website beyondsc.com, right?
Hmm.
SC just stands for strength and conditioning. And there is a tab that you can fill out that asks like questionnaires, and that's how we can get started. people were curious.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Mhm.
So let's dig into some training methodology,
Yeah.
right? Uh, I remember speaking to you the first time in person was in Boston in April this past year.
Yeah.
Uh, and you were surprised that in my training cycle I didn't hit a full pentathlon.
Yeah.
So give me a little bit of insight. How many full pentathlon sets in a 12-week cycle are you going to hit? At what restriction, like what weight, or something like that?
So if it's a 12-week cycle, if it's a 12-week cycle, that is potentially give or take maybe three, if not like really pushing it, it could be four, depending on what my coach and I would think about.
Mm-hmm.
Because as we know, within a training cycle, there has to be so many different, there's so many variables that comes into play,
Oh, absolutely.
but making sure that we have that deload, but also being able to ramp it up at the same time, just finding that sweet balance. So I would say within a 12-week cycle, we probably hit maybe like 2 to 4
Mm-hmm.
on how everything falls into play.
Right. Okay.
Yep. And I always say, when it comes to exposure, this is the biggest thing. Like, with what you were saying, with all the members that you were training, like the highest or the farthest pentathlon that you've hit was what, like a 3 minute or a 4 minute?
I think we did a 4 minute. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
like you're right there, but as you know, that last two
Yeah, the
minutes,
extra 2 minutes is like, whew.
it's a beast. It's a
Yeah,
beast.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah. To me personally, I don't think it all starts until like 3 minutes in.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first 3 minutes, you're kind of cruising. And then once that heart rate is up, it's like, okay, now we're into the real work.
Yeah, I mean, from just experience itself, I remember doing the math out with my coach last year. We've hit probably close to like, I think it was like 9 full pentathlons in a year.
Wow.
And that fluctuates, scaling it back, revving it up, adding
Mm-hmm.
deloads into the mix, and with everything else that, life hits at you.
Mm-hmm.
I I do believe that full exposure will give you a better understanding on what a full pentathlon will feel.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yep.
I just hit a full one yesterday. Felt good, felt great. I was way below. I'm just trying to get that conditioning back up because right now
Yep.
my personal life uh kind of been taking me out of my training, so I haven't been training as much, being as consistent as I'd like to be.
Hmm.
Yesterday I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna hit a full one just to see where I'm at and see how it feels. And I
Yeah.
felt pretty good. I was there.
Use that as a baseline and then just adjust accordingly, right?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So in your training, how heavily do you rely on workouts outside of kettlebell? So, i.e., deadlifts,
Yep.
squat, bench, dumbbell work. How heavily do you rely on that stuff to get
Mhm.
you prepared for a pentathlon set?
So this is quite a funny question because when it comes to social media, a lot of people just assume from what they see is what they know,
Right.
right? So if you go on my Instagram, all you see is just kettlebell work,
Of
and
course.
that's what people believe. All I do is kettlebell, which is true, but
Mm-hmm.
you do know that there's a lot of benefits from GPP, aerobic work,
Mm-hmm.
steady state, and even some just working on your needs.
Right.
So throughout the week, this might sound crazy for a lot of folks, but I have close to maybe like 7 to 9 workouts if you
Mhm.
count walking on the treadmill
Right.
at an incline or going out for walks with the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So within, as a glimpse of the week, I have 3 main kettlebell days,
Mm-hmm.
along with 2 GPP days, and then I have two, if not three, Airdyne bike days.
Okay.
So that is
Break
three.
that down for me if you don't mind. If that,
Yep.
what are your GPP days look like? Is that heavily barbell, dumbbell,
Yeah, a
like
mixture of both.
that? Yeah.
For both. Yeah. So, trying to keep it as broad and as general as possible, keeping it simple, right?
Hmm.
We got your squats variations, we got your deadlift variations or hip hinge, knee dominant, we got your push pull, and we got a bunch of carries.
Hmm.
So the staple of functional training, if you want to call that, or the
Yep.
function of just, functional training.
Hmm.
that also comes, GPP also is preparation, general physical preparation for what you're planning on doing.
Right.
And there's a lot of overlay between the strength days and the kettlebell days,
Mhm.
along with the aerobic days as well, too.
Right.
Yep.
Yep. So on your kettlebell days,
Yep.
did is it 100% pentathlon work? Yeah.
Yeah, so if I go day one, day two, day three for kettlebell days,
Hmm.
day one to day two is a combination and a mixture of pentathlon. So
Hmm.
that is still the main priority. And then day three would be like some sort of like a full pentathlon.
Nice.
Yep. So the structure has been different. We've been fluctuating with it. And, I trust my coach.
Yep.
And we always have great communication and just keeping in touch and making sure that we're, on the same page. So I believe in what he throws out to me and I give him inputs and then we just adjust accordingly.
Yeah, Finn seems like a very knowledgeable guy, but he's just like you. He doesn't really post a whole lot on
Yeah.
social media, so he's not like putting everything out there,
Yeah. I
Kind of
mean,
hard for people to say, "Oh, well, he's doing this," or trying to follow him and get any kind of information for pentathlon for themselves.
yeah,
I work with him, they got to reach out to him.
it's kind of funny because we're in the same boat slash predicament of like how much information do you want to give?
Right.
Because a lot of people are wondering and
Hmm.
wandering from the outside of just kind of like what is it that they're doing and how much
Right.
success are they getting and why that is the case. But then there's a balance of like we don't want to give everything because at the end of the day we are athletes
Right.
and there are competitors and people that are competing against us that are just watching as
That's
well.
right. Yeah.
So it's funny because he's a good friend of mine and I hang out with him a lot. Funny enough, I travel to go see him and vice versa, but we always chat and we're just like I think it's just easier just kind of staying in
Incognito.
incognito.
Yeah, a little ninja.
Yep.
Little group of ninjas over here doing pentathlon.
We just we just do what we need to do. We
Right.
show up, make a noise, and then just exit.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
Pop smoke.
Yep. That's all it is. Like just we do our thing.
Yeah. So away from competition, how would you say pentathlon would would benefit just a regular and fitness enthusiast, right? Using pentathlon just for fitness. If a guy wanted to just get in shape, what's your take on that?
Well, it all depends on what the individual itself defines as in shape and
Mm-hmm.
fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Because as we know, everyone has different perspective on what the general fitness would be.
Mm-hmm.
If that individual that we're on or that we're talking about is looking for something that is efficient, effective, yet safe for the individual that can build strength and endurance with a combination of functional training and benefits from it, then pentathlon is great for you, or just kettlebell is great
Right.
for you.
Yeah. Period. Kettlebells, period. Because the way I see it is like if you really look at pentathlon, it's like all your essential lifts, it's the basics,
Yep.
and you're really just you're pounding the basics over and over. And in
Yep.
your case, you pound the basics to a point where you're the fucking world champ, dude.
Yeah. Well, yes, I'm the world champ for the weight class of 75 to 85. So
Right.
yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. And I don't see the rain coming to an end anytime soon.
I mean,
Unfortunately, though, freaking uh IKMF 2026 in New York is only
yep.
hosting double pen.
Yeah, so that's where I'll be showing up for that, and that's where I'll be in that event as well too. So I'll be dipping in that. So it'll be cool to see what the translation is going to be from singles
Right.
to doubles. And
Hmm.
hey, we'll see what happens there when the time comes.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep.
Well, look, man, we're super excited to have you out at the All American. I've been literally trying to get you out since we started the thing.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited to finally get you out. Uh, is there anything, what are you looking forward to doing on the platform with us? Are you looking to shatter that record here?
Mhm. Well, it all depends. Kind of like well, kind of what I said to you when I was in Boston. It's just another training day.
Right.
That's my mentality, right? It's on the list. I'm just gonna show up, do my thing, check it off,
Hmm.
and just hopefully get a cheesesteak and then just get out of there.
Yes. Jeez.
Yep. So we'll see where it goes, and depending on what the program is, I have a feeling on where I the number is going to be.
Hmm.
In comparison to April, it's gonna shatter that number at a greater pace.
Hmm.
Where that number is, we're quite not sure yet.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll find out October 13th.
Yep. Whoever's gonna show up or whoever's curious to see what the results is, I mean, the result is gonna speak for itself,
Right.
and yeah, that's that.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Well, is there anything that you wanna put out into the world? Anything you want to talk about?
I mean, yeah, I know we've only met a few
Advice that
times.
you would give to somebody coming in, if you were talking to a brand new guy or
Yep.
gal, what's some advice that you would give them
Coming into the All-American or just kettlebells itself?
coming into kettlebells, coming into, not even necessarily competing? I mean, this is All American is awesome and competing is awesome, but
Right.
kettlebells to me have so much more than just that.
Right.
So what's your take and what's some advice that you could give?
I would always say when it comes to learning new movements or just learning something that's outside of your realm,
Hmm.
want to make sure that you have the right environment, surround yourself with the right people, because the right people in the environment is going to get you to where you want to be. Understand that new movements is going to be foreign at first, but with steady progressive overload, you will get there. So it just takes time, right? Even though the society that we live in right now, instant gratification is what people want, but we know that that's never the case, right? There's going to be a lot of failures, but with failures and with failing, it's going to lead to success. So just chip away at it. Everyone has their own journey. Don't compare yourself to others, right? Even for myself, just from experience itself, I know where I was at, and I never lost that perspective and that vision when I first started this 3 years ago. So knowing that that is who I was, it gave me that motivation to who I am today.
Nice.
So your path is your journey and just have a heck of a time at it. So no need to look elsewhere. It's you against yourself.
Yes, sir. That's
Mhm.
great advice, man. I'm gonna take that for myself as well.
Well, that's who I am. That's how I live my life. So,
Nice. Well,
yep,
man, I really appreciate you coming on here. I appreciate you giving me your time. I look forward to seeing you do your thing on the platform in October, which
yep,
is we're just about 5 weeks away. So
yeah.
it's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I've always wanted to come and just check out and meet new people and hang out with you guys, but now I'll be able to.
Nice.
Yep.
So again, for everybody listening, this is Kevin Duong. And if you wanted to check out his work, you can go to beyondsc.com.
Yep.
You can check him out on Instagram. He has a YouTube page by the same handle, I think. Is it all the same handle?
Yeah, I believe so. I
Either
usually,
way, you can just look up Kevin Duong and he'll pop up Instagram, YouTube, all the good stuff.
yep.
Check out his website if you want to work with him. Kevin, man, thank you so much for coming on and giving me your time.
Yes, sir. Hey, the feeling goes both ways. I appreciate you inviting me and thank you for allowing me to share my knowledge and the experience I have and look forward to just catching up with you.
Absolutely, man. If you need anything, just let me know and I'll do what I can to help you out.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, sir. I will be talking to you soon.
Sir.
All right, later.